Pokemon fans react to Bellibolt. Some hate him, some love him. How could you hate this cute little Pokemon? Oh, people found a way, and maybe they'll convince ya. Let's check out the haters first. I'm gonna catch one and name it Disappointment for fun. That doesn't sound fun to me. That sounds like abuse. Bruh, it's gonna suck. It's automatically owned by ground types. Blue responds, but all electric types are? Facts. Yeah, that's the point. Ground are the strongest. What? This person makes no sense. Ugly texturing and modeling. It looks so bad in 3D. Feels like no matter what the Pokemon is, you guys praise it. And it does kind of look bad in 3D, but that sprite looks good and he's cute, come on. It's so ugly. Quagsire and other similar are forgivable because they're at least somewhat cute or cool, but this just tips way too far to the ugly side. Alright, at least the haters are kind of funny. It looks so stupid. First Pokemon revealed for Gen 9 that I actually dislike, because the rest have been bangers. How are you gonna dislike this dude, but then like Lechonk, Cloth, Smoliv? I like all those Pokemon, but keep it consistent. Now, no Pokemon like characteristics. Now, this is actually a very popular trend. Do you agree with it? This is a very big question. I think this is coming up a lot with the Gen 9 Pokemon. That the Gen 9 Pokemon don't look like Pokemon. They said that about Ceruledge and Armoroak as well. What do you think? It just doesn't really look like it belongs in the Pokemon world, says Justin. Okay, this doesn't belong in the Pokemon world, but Dialga does. I mean, that thing does not look like a Pokemon. What is that new genie from Legends Arceus? I love the design, but like, what are we considering Pokemon and what don't we? I feel like the only Pokemon you consider Pokemon are ones that are nostalgic to you. Because I can guarantee you, Kyurem doesn't look like it lives in the same world as Squirtle. I mean, they all are Pokemon. It doesn't make any sense to me. To me, it doesn't look like a real Pokemon in a sense that it's going to be a slow electric type. A Pokemon being slow and electric is enough for it to not be a real Pokemon. There's tons of slow Pokemon, like Vikavolt is a slow electric type. Does that not make it a Pokemon? He's cute, but he doesn't really feel like a Pokemon, to be honest. What does that mean? I don't hate it, but it doesn't really fit with the colors and kind of looks like a fake mon, and not in a good way. It looks like a mix of a Fall Guys character and a frog. Okay, I do see Fall Guys for sure. I see Fall Guys. I like the concept of fake eyes as well as the transparent belly that tadpoles have being used as an electric generator, but I can't see myself using it unless it has an evolution. I don't think it's going to have an evolution. I would bet on it. Maybe a pre-evo, but not a post. This thing gives off huge Pokemon with 450 base stat total that doesn't evolve and falls off hard post-mid-game vibes. I will agree with this. This thing probably will suck halfway through the game when you're like, you know, starting to battle real Pokemon and this thing doesn't evolve and has bad stats and it's slow. I don't think this is going to be a competitive viable Pokemon. It doesn't give that vibe to me either. But there's tons of horrible Pokemon, stats-wise, that are amazing Pokemon design-wise. Corsola, I love you, girl. I'm neutral, because while I like Bellibolt, the fact that its eyes are those beady yellow dots make it look terrifying to me. Terrifying? I don't know, that's what's cute about it, is the eyes in the middle. I find it kind of disturbing that it looks squishy and small, but is also 250 pounds. Its name makes me think that it's a robot, but I think it's a frog given how squishy it is. It has the weird... Okay, this is actually a really good point. It could be a robot. It is electric type. It kind of gives off robot vibes with the eyes. Is Bellibolt a robot and not a real frog? It has a weird optical illusion thing where I switch between perceiving its eyes as either real or fake eyes. Its fake eyes shoot out electricity? That sounds painful. I simply don't trust it. Rude. It's like a Five Nights at Freddy's animatronic. It is precious, and anyone who says otherwise clearly does not like Quagsire too. Don't bring Quagsire into this. Sorry, I have messages to respond to because I'm popular. Unlike, you know, Bellibolt haters. Just kidding. That was a Twitter notification about a new Netflix movie. Embarrassing. Anyways, okay, just because you don't like Bellibolt doesn't mean you don't like Quagsire too. People bunch up Pokemon together all the way. No one. Bellibolt? Okay, this is hilarious. Well, it was a belly yes, but then I found out the eyes were by its mouth. It isn't belly no, though. It's belly mid. Whatever. Man looks like a bag of yogurt from iCarly. What? I'm gonna look up the bag of yogurt from iCarly now. You know what? It kind of does. It kind of looks like the bag of yogurt from iCarly. Fine, I'll give it to you. My belly is bolting right now. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. Just wait, it's the new pseudo. That would be wild if it was a pseudo. Legendary evolves into this gigantic toad with electricity. Like it, but it feels too much of a fusion of Palpitoad and Munchlax. I don't get Munchlax vibes, but I see Palpitoad. Belly, hell no. Okay, that one's kind of funny. This one's a miss for me. Maybe if it gets a nice evolution, I would like it more. Again, I don't see it having an evolution. Do you? Think hard on this. Do you actually think it's going to get an evolution? Its design feels like it stops here. It's a reskin Chansey. Alright, it actually kind of does look like Chansey, but green. I'm very belly neutral. Croagunk's better than Bellibolt. Literally no one asked. I'm ready for any sort of negative feedback. You know what? Is Croagunk better than Bellibolt? I think they're about equal. I think they're about equal in terms of design. What do you think? Bellibolt or Croagunk? I think I'd go Bellibolt very slightly. Very stupid, I'm afraid. I like the I'm afraid tagged on after it. New Pokemon revealed so far have mostly either been big W's or big L's. I'll be honest, I don't think there's a single Pokemon so far that I dislike. I'm liking all of them. Although I like it, I really am disappointed that this is the frog. It doesn't even look like a frog, so good Pokemon, bad frog. I'm actually going to agree with Cohen on this one. This thing doesn't give frog vibes, and I think in comparison to the other frog Pokemon, I do like Politoed and Poliwhirl more than this. What can you do? I think it's a good Pokemon, bad frog as well. It looks freaking gross. I hope its evolution makes it look like a cool bullfrog. Well, you're going to be having to make fan art because I don't think it's happening. Dude looking like a Kirby enemy that gives you Spark or something. The response that makes me laugh is, okay. Blue Hawk gave him nothing. But everyone didn't hate Bellibolt. In fact, I did a poll and 82% said they liked him. Belly yes, Belly no only got 18%, which is pretty high approval rating since most Pokemon are controversial. So that's pretty good approval. Let's hear what people said that liked it. It gives off the same vibes as Quagsire. I like it. A lot of people compare it to Quagsire. I see it, but like, I don't think they're that similar. They're both bigger and silly, I guess. He is huggable. He can charge my phone. Love him. He can charge your phone. That's true. Was it made just to sell merch? Okay, I am buying a plushie of this the second it comes out. It works perfectly as a plushie. I love how it's the beta version of Politoed. This is actually very true. Here's a picture of the original beta version of Politoed. They do look pretty similar. Who needs life when you have Bellibolt? Okay, don't throw your life away for this man, alright? No one should throw their life away for a man. Well, I guess Bellibolt could be a woman too. It can be both. Don't throw away your life for anyone, alright? It's so squishy. If Pokemon were real, I wish I could give Bellibolt a hug. Don't give Bellibolt a hug. You saw the electricity. Could you imagine if you give Bellibolt a hug? You'll probably die, Mark. Don't do that to yourself. I was expecting it to be obnoxious as Iono can't escape hate no matter what she does. I was expecting it to be as obnoxious as Iono, but thankfully it's just a normal friend. And then this person proceeds to drag Iono. But I swear, if I have to listen to Iono screech in rapid high-pitched Japanese again, I'm going to commit hate crimes against anime VTubers. YouTube, this guy, okay? This person, a little too violent. Jesus. It would be a very nice beanbag. Okay, I don't know what beanbags you use, but this thing would literally kill you if you sat on it. If we don't get a plushie of this thing, I'll make it myself. Okay, Elephant is back and says, listen, I will learn how to knit plush stuffed animals if you don't do it for me. I like the dedication. Cute. Wish it was dual type though. Me too. The electric type was a little to me. I was expecting electric poison or electric ground. Like, pure electric is not my favorite Pokemon to use. Far superior waifu than Iono. Okay. Okay, Yannick. I want to dribble him. Again, y'all are doing too much. You're taking advantage of Bellibolt, using him as a basketball, beanbag, hugging him to death. This thing could kill you. Be careful. He looks like Politoad's dumb cousin. Jesus. It's the perfect amount of ugly and cute. This is definitely a good example of an ugly, cute Pokemon, I agree. It's better than the other Gen 9 stuff I've seen, but the name is stupid. Oh, you don't like Bellibolt? I think it's cute. It's stupid. Yeah, but it's funny. The fat cousin of Palpitoad. I feel so bad for Bellibolt. Everyone's like, oh, it's the dumb cousin of Politoad. Oh, it's the fat cousin of Palpitoad. Oh, it's even stupider Quagsire. I'm like, poor Anytime Bellibolt goes into a family reunion with these people, Oh my god, it probably feels so self-conscious. It's the fat cousin of Palpitoad, which isn't a bad thing since Seismitoad is my 8th favorite Pokemon of all time. I love people like Peter Hopkins who, like, give us irrelevant facts that we don't care about like this. Like, did anyone ask about... They didn't just say Seismitoad is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. They said it's my 8th favorite. Too specific. I like the Eyeball Toad Pokemon. At least the 2nd and 3rd trailer will shut the trap of those Iono haters who can't stand a parody clickbait. The reason why people dislike her is because her mid-design at best. She is really annoying. People can't help but hate on Iono. Now, what do I think of Bellibolt? I think you can tell from this video that I actually really like this Pokemon. When I first saw it, I did think it was ugly, and I was a little annoyed because I was very excited for an electric frog Pokemon. I thought that was going to be amazing, and then I saw this and it kind of looked like a Teletubby. But I actually have really grown to like it. I like that it has the frog eyes on the side to scare off people, and then as it's realized in the middle, which makes me think it's not an actual frog, it's a robot, like, trying to be a frog just to hide from predators, which makes me kind of like it more. I think that's actually pretty freaking sweet of a concept. I personally love Iono despite the community having it out for her, so I love the connection between the two. I think it's a pretty strong Pokemon design. I think I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10, a solid B. Pretty good. I don't think it's amazing, but it's good. I think it's really funny that Game Freak did 2 whole trailers just to reveal this thing. Despite it being kind of like an average Pokemon, which kind of makes it even funnier and sillier to me and makes me like the Pokemon even more. So that's my thoughts on it. Alright, well there we have it, everyone. What do you think of Bellibolt? Now that you have a little bit of a perception of what the audience thinks of him, what the Pokemon fans of the world think of him, what do you think of him? Comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video.